Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic Known Classics. This is episode number 2181, Doubleshot 2075. Sadly, this particular review was covering, to date, aside from finishing up stuff for Thor and Hulk, the last complete series to review for right now. I know that the final trades for his runs for Hulk and Thor have not been released yet. As far as I can tell, they haven't. I haven't seen them released. But this is the last one to cover aside from those two books. And that is The Cosmic Ghost Rider. You're thinking, really? This is the last one? Yeah. Aside from finishing up Hulk and Thor, this is it. Yeah, this is the last one because, with this, and with the exception of a couple one-shots, I have pretty much reviewed everything Don Nicholas did for Marvel Comics. I have heard he's taking a break from comics. That's what I heard anyways. So, this miniseries is basically about the Cosmic Ghost Rider, Frank Castle, who first appeared in Don Nicholas's only story he did for the really good Thanos ongoing series that was originally done by Jeff Lemire. He, of course, the story itself, the series, is basically a follow-up of where the Thanos annual left off. Mostly put, it's just basically just a 5-issue miniseries with material from Thanos' Legacy, which, here's the strange thing about this book, it's basically a lot set up for what he would do in the pages of Guardians of the Galaxy for the opening story arc. That's most of what this book is. It just basically, Cosmic Ghost Rider, just trying to steal Thanos as a baby, running into Galactus. Not really weird. Also, when things starts up, he apparently is basically acting like a delinquent. And then basically he's kind of forced back being the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Just because. And from what I've heard also, is that this version of Frank Castle is based upon Lobo. Really? Yeah, because he rides in space on a motorcycle. And it's just by sheer coincidence. Apparently, Lobo is based upon the Punisher. Interesting. Now, aside from that premise, when it comes to Cosmic Ghost Rider, this actually is a really good series. And you are thinking, by the way, this is only the second limited series I've discussed of Cosmic Ghost Rider's 4 limited series. He has publishing right now. Second volume of this book. The other book is the cover set for this one, just Cosmic Ghost Rider, the first Marvel Universe, and the second volume of this book. It's a pretty good miniseries. It's basically Punisher being, it's just what you expect for Cosmic Ghost Rider. Does he kill people? Yes. He also counters future versions of the Guardians of the Galaxy and the X-Men. Yeah. But this book, it's pretty good. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. If you're curious as to the artwork, for the main book is Dylan Barnett. The artwork he does for Thanos Legacy is Brian Level. Yep. And with that, I have pretty much got done just about everything for Don Nicholas and Marvel. I mean, there's nothing left aside from Hulk and Thor. Yep. Alright, next up we have is the Iron Cat. Now, I remember this miniseries was coming. I initially remember this was 3 issues, and yet it was 5. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. Basically, you can think of this book as a continuation of what Jed MacKay, the writer of this book, of his run from Black Cat, because he still writes Black Cat all this period of time. He wrote a team-up one-shot with her, Mary Jane, even a mini-series for her and Mary Jane, because he loves Black Cat. Mostly put, story-wise, it's, picking up where we left off from the Black Cat ongoing series, when the thing had to abruptly can't. I think the last thing that she had solo-wise was probably the giant-sized Black Cat one-shot, which is the conclusion of the Black Cat ongoing series. Now, I thought it was quite dumb, the Black Cat book, which was really good, that it had to be relaunched at issue 12, and then you keep it going for 10 issues, and then publish a one-shot 2 months later to be the conclusion of the whole run. So, by the way, this Iron Cat armor, they say it popped up in Black Cat number 12. You're thinking, Black Cat number 12, was that from the recent run that ended the 10 issues? No, this is from the first volume Ted McKay did. And fun fact, Black Cat was the first ongoing series of Marvel. Before he did Moon Knight, before he did Strange/Doctor Strange, he did Black Cat first. But not technically the first story div Marvel, because that was also collected in the Black Cat trades. A story from X-Men Serve and Protect, which came out in 2010. Yes, 2010. Now, the Black Cat ongoing series was released, I think, in like 2016, I think it was. Yes, well, technically, okay, so the other books he worked on, well, was some mini-series. He worked on Spider-Verse, basically books related to the original Spider-Verse event. He did a digital book for Dar the Dragon. He did a 2-issue mini-series for Infinity War's Ghost Panther. His first full ongoing mini-series was Man Without Fear, which basically served the gap between Charles Schultz's run and Chip Zdarsky's run. And then Black Cat. Now, there's also, of course, some one-shots during the Black Cat run, which is Alpha True North, Bizarre Adventures, Absolute Carnage, Weapons Plus. Yes, now the Black Cat first issue was released in 2019. No, seriously, it was 2019. Yes, and then the book lasted for 12 issues, got restarted, lasted for 10 issues, and he still does some sporadic. He also had a volume for Taskmaster, believe it or not. Yes. Of course, also the Avengers Mech Strike. I haven't reviewed that one yet. But as of currently, he just does Moon Knight and the Doctor Strange book. And that's it. Yeah. They also bring up now the Iron Cat character who appears in this book. She actually first appeared back in the 80s. Though for some reason Jed McKay outed her as a lesbian. No, seriously. Yeah. So, a character who appeared back in the 1980s, 1984, who appeared in the Cat and Mouse story of Black Cat. This girl was outed as a lesbian. Not really sure exactly why they retconned her as basically where she's like, oh, they outed her, or Tamara Black is Black Cat's ex-girlfriend. Yeah, they built it in this book. And so, is she the main villain in this book? Not really. So apparently it's an AI duplicate of Sunset Bean, a minor character from the pages of Iron Man. Yes. It is weird, though, they actually have a duplicate of Sunset Bean, who, by the way, is still very much... Well, she was alive until... Well, until basically Slott killed her off in the Iron Man 2020 miniseries. Yeah. She's no longer around. They also bring up the fact about Sunset Bean, like her company being merged with Stark Unlimited, which is Stark's company. Now, they did bring up Black Cat was previous wielder of this particular armor, but she had to give it up because Iron Man asked her to. Yep. And, well, yeah. So, they pretty much had to fight Sunset Bean, who was basically taking over the miniseries. But this miniseries is a lot of fun. And, proves that Jed McKay is basically one of Marvel's currently one of their best writers right now. I mean, is there a good amount of comedy here? Yes. It is something, though, that basically Jed MacKay gives Iron Man and Black Cat, two characters from two different series, great chemistry with each other. And there's some flirting with them, despite the fact that she's more romantically involved with Spider-Man than she is with Iron Man. And you could say reading this book is just more Black Cat. Because that's what Jed MacKay does. He apparently loves his character so much that he continues to write her this very day. Just in miniseries, because Marvel won't give him an ongoing series, Black Cat, so just do miniseries. Because that's probably all he can do, because he probably loves his character. Because first ongoing series I worked on was Black Cat. And it was good. Really good. This book is awesome. I give this book a 10 out of 10 because it's that damn good. Yep. And you might find this interesting, though. I found this out a couple months ago. Apparently, Jed MacKay is going to be taking up for Jason Aaron on Avengers. Yes, seriously. I'm like, that actually is a really cool idea, doing that. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, by the way, the Mary Jane Black Cat miniseries still going on right now. And the final issue is supposed to come out this coming week. Actually, just a couple of days. Yep. But it's not the first one. We also had a Mary Jane Black Cat Beyond, which Jed MacKay wrote that as well. Which, yes, that is interesting, the fact Jed MacKay wrote that. Yes. So you might be curious, though. Does this pretty much review like everything that he's done for Marvel right now? No, not by a long shot. There's still other books for me to review. Oh yeah, definitely. There is Avengers Mech Strike. There is Taskmaster. But aside from those two books, yeah, so we got that done there. Aside from those two miniseries, there's not a lot left to review for him. Well, there's also stuff related to the events of Spider-Verse, the original one. Yeah, so I got some Spider-Verse stuff, a miniseries for Infinity Wars, some one-shots. But I would say for Marvel, as of right now for Jed MacKay, with this miniseries reviewed, I have reviewed probably close to 70% of the comics he's written for Marvel. Because Black Cat, got that all done. Man Without Fear, yep. I have reviewed all three trades released for his Moon Knight run. His first trade for Strange, which surprisingly the next one is coming in August for some reason. I don't know why. Oh yes, I have reviewed the Death Doctor Strange, which that was really good. Yes. Now, you might be thinking, is he the number one writer right now? He could be. Given the fact that some books at Marvel are not very popular with people, I would definitely say he's definitely a writer who I've never heard anything bad to talk about him. Not really. Nothing bad by him per se. No. All positive. In my opinion, he is Marvel's equivalent to Josh Williamson right now. Despite the fact Josh Williamson did work for Marvel too, but how do I explain this? Because every book Josh Williamson has done at DC has been really good. I've heard nothing but positive praise. And, like, they sell really well at DC. Yet all those books he worked on, from what I can tell, look at his Flash run. 4 years on Flash. And Jed MacKay, I would definitely say he's kind of like Josh Williamson, except that, well, currently he's got two ongoing series right now. Well, one has been relaunched as simply Doctor Strange, and the Moon Knight book. He proves the fact that he can still write a bunch of miniseries. It's like, okay, give him give him miniseries and like a couple ongoing, he's good. Well, actually, he's gonna throw with Avengers, which is interesting. Yes, which that's also Josh Williamson's comment. He's also done the main book, the main big team book as well, Justice League. Yep. But yeah, that's particularly a particular view, and that's gonna be a video tonight. So tomorrow, probably gonna be more Super Sentai Comic Corner tomorrow. Okay. This perfect also choir practice. So I'll try to get it done tomorrow. Okay. Next video. Bye.